All right. Okay, so let's determine the average total charges for each type of contract. Okay, so let's do that. Determine the average total charges based on contract type. Okay, so first of all, let's take our data set, which is Mitel. Wonder why it's not giving me this. Okay, Mitel underscore factor. Okay, so let's pipe that. Let's pipe that. Let's pipe that to group by. Okay, so we pipe that to group by. And what do we want to group? We want to group according to the type of contract. All right. So here we bring the contract. Okay. So after that, now we want to look at, after we've gotten each type of contract, we want to determine the average total charges. Okay. Or yes, average total charges. So we pipe that also into the summarize function. Okay. So let's pipe this also into the summarize function. So we use the verb summarize. Okay. So what is the name of the calculation we want to do? We want to do average total charge. Okay. So let's create that average total charge. Yeah. Is equal to, so we are given the formula. So we just want to calculate the mean total charge. So is the mean into bracket the total charge. Okay. So mean into bracket total charge. So when it finds the mean for the total charges, okay, it will be based upon the type of contract. Yeah. So let's run this. So let's give this a name, average total charges. Okay. So let's run this. So this is run now. Let's call the average total charge and see the results that gives to us. So you see how the summarize works. Okay. So it gives you a summary of the information that you want. Okay. It gives you that specific summary. Unlike other ones that will come with the whole table, this one doesn't come with the whole table. That gives you specific summary of what. So here we now have the average total charge. time. Any question on this one? Any question on this one? Okay, so we are not yet. I should go right. So the summarized function or the summarized works very well with the group by. So the group by on this one will just give you the categories. Okay, but here we want more information than the categories. So we can calculate average total charge by looking at all the total charges and finding the average. Okay, but here we are interested in the type of contract. So give us the average total charge for each type of contract. So first of all, we need to group the data by the type of contract. Have you seen? So after you group the data by the type of contract, we pipe that into the summarized bin. Okay, we pipe that into the summarized bin. Okay. Any question? Answer 1 minute. Okay. Please, any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Are you okay with the summarize? Okay, so let's see how we can use it in other areas as well. All right. So now we want to just get in a summary like this. Okay. Now we want to summarize according to gender and then payment method. Okay. We want to summarize group by gender and then payment method. And now we want to see the minimum value, the average, and then the maximum, so that we can have the best eye view of the charges. Okay, so we can put all together and let's see, give us a deeper insight the averages. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So what we want to do is to calculate for the mean, minimum, maximum total charges. Total charges. Okay. Okay, in descending order. Based on gender and payment method. Based on gender and payment method. Okay. So first of all, let's group by gender and payment method, and then when we finish, we do the minimum, mean, and then also the maximum. Okay. So we have my telco F, my telco underscore F. Okay, let's pipe that. Let's pipe that to the summarize function. Okay, the summarize function, we want mean total charges. Mean total charges. Okay, so this is equal to the mean of the total charges, isn't it? total charges. And then we also want the minimum total charge, okay? So you bring a comma here. So minimum total charges. It's equal to, so here we use min. The function is min for the minimum, okay? So this one too, we apply it on the total charges. Okay, and then we also want the maximum. Okay, the maximum. Total charge. It's equal to max. Okay, total charge. All right. And then we want to arrange it in descending order. So we pipe that also into the arranged verb. Is that okay? So let's pipe that also into arrange. And remember that it is descending order, so we need to specify. If we use a default, it will give us ascending. Okay, so descending into brackets. So we want to look at arrangement based upon the maximum charge. Okay, so maximum total charge. Okay, let's run this. So this one, because we don't have a lot, it's just giving us the minimum and then the maximum. So the arrange doesn't really work on this. Okay, so if we want, okay, that's fine. We can leave it, or if we want, we can just remove the arrange. But you see, so you see, this one gives us information on the mean total charge, minimum total charge, and also the maximum total charge.
Yeah, please, you didn't name it.
You say?
You didn't give it a name in the beginning. You
Yes,
didn't assign it.
yes. Give it any name that you want. Okay. You can give it a name. I'm not going to use this for any other thing. So. Now, the one that we did earlier on before we did this one, when we checked it, okay, it gave us for all the contracts, isn't it? Okay. So here too, we can do maximum, minimum. Okay, so adjust the code a bit. Okay. You can copy and paste and then adjust the code a bit. Okay. To give us the minimum, maximum. So that means you are going to have 3 columns: average, minimum, maximum. Okay, can you do that? So that means that in your summarize, instead of just having this, okay, you can add minimum to it, isn't it? So this will be minimum minimum charge. So that will be main total charges. Okay. And then we can add the maximum. Okay. Sorry, this total charge. So we can add maximum charge. Or let's add total to it. Okay, so this one will be maximum total charge. Let's make this 2, okay? Oh no, let's change the name. This one is now. So let's make total charges all, okay? So let's run this. Okay. Total charges all. Yeah, it's a new name we are giving, so I don't know why it's giving us an error. Okay. Let's stick to this. Let's do it all and see. I don't know why it's giving me an error. Oh, okay. Okay. So we have this group by contract, summarize. Okay, Emmanuel, 1 minute.
Actually, I wanted to. I think it has been done.
There's feedback on your system. Summarize array total charge is this. Minimum total charge. Maximum. Yeah, it should work. I don't know why. Minimum. Am I missing something here? Let's run again. Yeah. This bracket. Oh, yes. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. All right, thank you. So let's run this. Thank you. So when we run all, okay, when we execute all, it should give us information on all the contracts. Okay. Right. So you see that this one gives us more in-depth information. Okay, so it takes the type of contract, gives us information on average total charge. All right. Minimum total charge, maximum total charge. So we have a 2-year contract is the highest, okay, much more expensive. Okay, followed by a 1-year contract. Any question on the summary? So you see that I should go over the code.
Yes, Nana, if you can go.
Just a minute. The editor is out. You should be using the terms now. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so what we did was that we took oh, this one is not what we did. This one is not what we did. I went to the one we did previously. Okay, this one. Yeah. So we took data from the Mindtel, okay, and then we moved by the kind of, all right, and then we found out we did a summary of the average total charge, the minimum total charge, and maximum. Any question? Any question?
Nana, please, I'm having an error running
Please
the.
scroll down a bit. Scroll down a bit. Let's see.
Okay, is it okay? Are you okay?
Oh, okay.
All right. Any
Nana,
other
please,
question?
I'm having an error.
You're having an error.
Yes, please.
Okay.
With the first, okay. Okay. A minute. Please, can you see my screen?
So, yeah.
Can you please see my screen?
Yeah, we can see what. So what error are you having? Which one?
I had an error running the first part of the average total charge. This part.
Oh, you should have an error. Online 104. Run it again.
Please, I can't hear you.
Online 104. Is it online 104?
Yes, after line 106, when I run it.
Okay.
When I run here, I get an error.
Just a minute. Total charges not found. When you run line 98, were you able to run it? Total charges, capital C. Please be careful. Be careful with the way you spell stuff because I told you R is very easy. Line 106. Yeah, run it again. Yeah, you are good.
Okay, thank you.
Please, any other question? Any other question? Okay, so let's use the count verb. We've not used that one yet.
Vale.
Let's use the count verb. So let's count the number of customers per gender and payment method. So let's count the number of customers per gender and payment method. So here we can use mytel count. Okay. And then let's take mytel, the one that has been factorized. Pipe that into group by group by, all right? We want to group by gender. So the first one that we did, the group by, it was only one variable. You can actually increase it, okay? So we can do gender and payment method. Gender and payment method. Okay, then we pipe that into count. Okay, can leave this open. So let's run this. Okay, so when we call mytel count, so it gives us information here on the payment method. Okay, so gender, it gives us gender for electronic check, female, and electronic check, we have male and small. Okay. We have female check, male check, we have female bank transfer, also male bank transfer. And it gives us the number for each category. All right? Gives us the number for each category. Any question on this? Any question on this? Now, you realize that where the count is instead of giving us a name, it's just giving us n as a number, okay, number of counts. So we can actually change that and give it a proper name. All right? So we can rename it. So we can use the verb rename to rename where we don't like it. So you can change any heading that you want by using the rename verb. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So there are two ways we can do this. We can actually take the one we've just done and then pipe that into rename, or we add rename to the main syntax we have of line 131 to the count. So if you want to add it here, okay, I'll do Google. Let's do it. So that is. Okay, so first of all, we have named this mytel count. Okay, so we can take this mytel count. Okay, we want to rename. So let's take the my count, my tail count. This one. Let's just copy this. Okay. And then we pipe that. Into the rename function. Okay. Now, what name do you want to give to it? You want to give customers. Okay. The name customers to it. Okay. So customers is equal to the name that is there. The name that is there now is N, isn't it? So you bring the name that you want to use equal to what is there already that you want to replace it with. Please, does it make sense? So you want to replace it with N. All right. So let's run this. So you see that now it's no longer N. You have customers there, and which makes much more sense if you are like you are presenting to an audience. Okay. So what I was saying is that, you know, we took the vital out and then tied that into rename. Alternatively, we could have done this straight away when we were doing the count here. Okay, so that means we will not end that count. We will pipe the count into rename and then give all the information accordingly. Okay. So do that and see if it will work. So pipe that into rename and then customer is equal to them. Yeah, did it work? It gave you the same information as this. Is it working? Okay. Good. So there are several ways that you can do this. So let's count the number of customers with partners, okay, who use different payment methods. And then we compare it with number of customers with our partners who use different payment methods. All right. So you see that with this DPLYR, we are able to actually delve into the data to get insight. All right. All right. So let's see how we can also look at those with partners and those with our partners. Okay. So count the number of customers with partners who use different payment methods and the payment methods used. Okay. So when we finish, we can do that with those who do not have partners. Okay. So let's take my tail underscore F. Okay. My tail underscore F. Let's pipe that. Let's pipe that. And now I want to look at the type of partners. So we group by the partners. Okay. Now we want to we want to filter those who do not have partners. So let's pipe that into a filter. So partner, because we are filtering, we use double equal sign, okay? So these are those without partners, so it is no. Remember, the partners was no and yes. Do you remember? Okay. So here we are picking no. And then let's pipe that into the number of payment methods that each uses. Okay. So let's pipe that also into count. And now we want to count the payment method. Okay. So let's run this and see. Okay, so we have those without partners using electronic check 906, mail check 853, bank transfer 1002, credit card 630. Let's name this partner no, okay, so that we know that this one is dealing with those without partners. So let's run this again. Let's do that. Let's do the same thing for those with partners. Okay. So that means those without partners have a lot of them use bank transfer. Okay. So if you are reaching out to such customers, as much as possible, you want to offer them the opportunity to use bank transfer to do their payments. All right. Okay. So with this insight, you have a way of treating that particular type of customer. Right. So let's do that for those who have partners. Okay. So let's copy this whole lot. Okay, so this one should be those without. Okay. So the next one will be those with partners. Okay, so let's change this to yes. And then we change, so it's still the same syntax, just some few things we change there. And then we change the no to yes here. All right. Let's run this. So what we call partner yes. Okay, so here it's giving us electronic check 636. So you see that those with partners in the partner column should be +3 yes. All right. So now we have data on those with partners and those without partners. Okay. So there are two different data. What about if we measure the data so that we can see them on the same, as soon as we run it, we can see them side by side and we are able to interrogate further. The reason for this is that as data scientists, we will not be working one type of data. Okay, you'll be getting several data from several sources. And we should have the ability to merge the data into a comprehensive data set, give you more insight. Okay, so here we are just kind of scratching the surface about this. You know how data can be merged, all right? And then use that for further analysis, all right? So let's do that. So let's merge the data. Merge the two data sets for partners. Okay. Now we are going to use joins. Joins, right? It's a full topic on its own, but I will just bring a few aspects of it here. Further down the line, come across it later. Okay. So we want to join data sets for those who have partners and data sets for those who do not have partners. All right. So let's call this merge data. So we want to take partner yes. All right. Partner yes. Let's pipe that. Okay. Now we are piping this into a function known as full join. We are joining the data sets together. All right. There are different types of joins. Okay, but for our purposes, we are using full join to merge the data. Okay. So we are merging the yes with the no. Okay. So full join. So full join. So you see that this part of the verbs for DPLYR. Okay. So full join. What are we joining with? We are joining with partner no, isn't it? So partner no. Upon what basis are we joining the two? What do we have among the two that is that will make much more sense? Okay, so we have active column, we have method column, we have the number of counts. Okay. So let's concentrate on the payment method and on the partner. Now, on the partner, for the group who don't have partners, it's no rule, and those who are partners, it's getting increased. So the two are not the same. So we cannot make that. All right. But when you look at the payment method, it's the same for the product check, same for bill check, same for bank transfer, same for credit card. All right. So that means that we can join the two data sets based upon the payment. All right. So we merge this. We merge the yes and the no. We merge the yes and the no by, there is a by argument. So the by is the basis upon which you are merging the two. So we are merging it by payment method. Okay, so by is equal to payment method. Okay, that's it. So let's run this. So let's call our merge data. All right. So now we can look at them side by side, isn't it? I think this is better than having two different data sets for yes and then no. All right. So here we have, so because we have types of, we have partner plus and then partner plus one. You see. All right. So the first one is the X. All right. So that is the yes, and the partner plus one. So we can look at the figures side by side. So you see that those without partners use more electronic checks than those with. That's not the case. All right. And then those with without partners also use more checks than those in terms of mail checks. They use more mail checks. But when it comes to cloud transfer, those with partners use more that kind of payment method more than those. All right. And then when it comes to credit card, those will use that mode of payment more. All right. So this looks a bit Why don't we change the names of NNX and then dot y to make it more reader friendly? So let's type that into the rename verb. So we can do that from here, isn't it? We can pipe this further. We can pipe this further into rename. So what we want to do is to replace the yes count. Yes count, okay, is equal to n dot x, okay, n dot x, okay, and then the no count should replace n dot y, okay. Let's run it again. So now it's making much more sense. So we have for you have yes count those with partners, okay, and those without partners. No. All right. Any questions on this? Any questions? So we've looked at several verbs with DPLYR. Okay, we will in most of our data science stuff, we'll be using these to do our analysis. All right, and we'll come across several verbs. There are other verbs than this, but more than enough to get you going. Okay, to have deeper insight into. Any questions? Any questions?
Hello, Nana.
Yes.
Please, I'm having problem with my partner. Yes, when I run it, I'm not getting the values. I'm getting please
Can you
come again?
speak?
Yes, I said I'm not getting. I'm having a problem with my partner. Yes. So I check. No,
You
no,
say
the yes.
working for you.
Yeah, partner no is working, but the partner yes is not working.
Oh, check it well. Check it well. Sure.
I first checked with your code, basically line by line. I don't know what the problem is. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. So go down on the console. Let me see the error message. Let me see the error.
Yeah, this is the error I'm getting.
What are you saying?
Instead of a table, then 0 times 3, then groups, partner, then the bracket 0, then 3 variables, that's partner, that's FCT. But I can't hear you.
Line 146.
Line 1,
And then run it to the next.
okay, so this is the partner, yes. So when I run it, it comes, then when I run the partner, yes.
Yeah. Run it to the next.
But I can't hear you.
It's very fun. Okay. And then run it to the next.
Then no. Well, do I have partner? Okay. So this is the part. Should I change the? Because I'm struggling to hear you.
Do it, yes, do it, yes. So do it, yes, and run it again. Is it now working?
No, I'm still getting the same thing.
Yeah, it's working now, isn't it?
No, I'm still getting the same thing.
Okay. Then let me get back to you on this one. I don't know why it should work. Because that's the same syntax we are always.
Okay.
Let me get back to you. I'll get back to you. I wonder why it's. Please, did you all get the same output? You all got the same output. Please, it's important that you follow. Just be sitting there. Rather than you go over it alone, you will not.
And please, for which one?
You say. So I'm asking whether we are all getting the same output. If not, let me come and have a look at it.
I'm asking the output.
Oh, are you asking that question? Please go ahead. Please, were you asking a question? Okay. Yes,
No,
what's
but-
the question?
Nana, please, I can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. You mean with yours? Okay. You know what? Turn off the studio and then bring it back on. Okay, which one did you make? Okay, can you share your screen? Can you share it? Okay.
Nana, please, can you scroll down on your editor a bit?
Okay, just a minute. We are sending it now. Okay, is it okay?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay. So please, the one that the partner yes is not working, kindly put off your R studio and then put it back on and then try again. Okay,
Okay, Nana.
it should work. All right. Okay. Any question? Any question? Any question? Then we'll move on to something else.
Nana,
Yes.
please, should I save before doing that or I should just do it?
You say?
Should I save the work before closing it or I should just close it?
Can we save?
Should I save the work before turning
save
off
it.
my R studio or I should just turn it off?
Please save it. If you
Okay.
don't save it, you lose everything you've done.
Yeah.
Save it before you put it out.
Okay.
Okay. So sometimes it is important to visualize what you are doing instead of just thinking up. All right. So one aspect of data exploration is what we have. Another aspect is to visualize it to your audience. Sometimes one visualization cause creation. Okay. So in one of the packages, one of the very important packages we use in that visualization. We are going to use that visualize quickness. So, please, any question?
Yes, this is just more or less a general question about R Studio. Does it work on the cloud?
Yes. It does. So I'll get to you on that, okay?
Sure.
All right. Okay, so let's visualize with ggplot2. Okay, so first of all, install ggplot2. So you know by now that when you want to install a package, you use the install.packages. ggplot2. So the GG means grammar of graphics. Okay. grammar of graphics. ggplot. So I have it already, so I don't need to install it, but you have to. So when you finish, call it from the library, ggplot2. Okay. So when you are done, let me know. Another way by which you can install packages is to go to tools. Okay, when you go to tools, you see install packages here. So instead of writing the syntax, you can go to tools, click on it. A dialog box will open for you. And then you write whatever you want to install. So ggplot. See that it will come by itself. Okay, choose it and then click on install. All right. So you can either use the syntax or you can just use the tools. Okay, let's hurry up. Have you installed it? Ongoing, okay. Has it finished installing? If he hasn't finished installing, when he installs, you see a red button there. If it's not there, he hasn't finished. So it's done. Everything is done now. So if it's done, then you call it from the library. ggplot. You all have it now. Let me see if I need to have it. Okay. Those that you don't have it, you don't have it. You have it. Okay. All right. So we can go ahead. Are you okay? Please, are we okay? Are we okay?
Yes, Doc.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's put this back a bit. Okay, so let's look at the basics of ggplot2. Okay, basics of ggplot2. Okay, so there are 3 elements within the ggplot package. There are 3 elements. Okay, so 3 elements. In the ggplot package. ggplot2 package. All right. So we have one, the data itself, the data that you want to visualize. So we have the data, the data that you want to visualize. And then we also have the aesthetics, okay, or the X and Y coordinates, okay? So we have the aesthetics. The aesthetics or mappings of X and Y coordinates. Okay. That's the aesthetics. Okay. And then we have the geoms or the geometry. And we have the geometries. So these are the three basic elements of the ggplot package. We have the data, aesthetics, and also the geometries. Okay, so with this in mind, let's create a simple scatter plot. Okay, let's create a simple scatter plot. So create a scatter plot. So we want to look at monthly charges and then total charges and see how they relate on a scatter plot. All right. Please so remember to call the ggplot from the library. All right. So when we want to plot, we use the ggplot function. Ggplot. The first argument is the data. Okay. So which data are we picking from? We are picking from the MyTel F. Okay. Should we make it simpler? Let's use TC for MyTel F. It's okay. So let's run it now. Okay. So now TC is fine. So the data, let's use TC. So it's the data. Okay. And then aesthetics. Okay. So aesthetics comes with the AES argument. Okay. Into brackets. Remember, the aesthetics deals with the axis, the X and Y axis. So we want to specify what should be on the X axis and what should be on the Y axis. Okay, so the aesthetics, X, for now, let's say we want monthly charges to be on the X axis. Okay, so monthly charges, comma. Then the next axis is the Y. Okay, so let's specify the Y. So the Y is equal to total charges. Total charges. So now we've done the data, we've done the aesthetics. What is it left with? The geometry. So we have so many types of geometries. Okay, we call them the geoms. So whatever geom that you want to use, you specify that. So for a scatter plot, it's normally points. Okay, it's normally points of where the data points are. Okay, so we use the geom point for a scatter plot. So we've specified the data, we specified the aesthetics. Let's add the geom point. So what you do is that you put all of this, the ggplot, into bracket the data aesthetics. When you finish, you add, bring a plus sign. Okay, and then enter, come down. When you come down, use the geom. So you see that there are so many types of geom. You see the geom AB line for regression, geom area, geom bar, geom bin. There are so many types of geoms. So these are the geometries. But for now, we are interested in the geom point. Okay, so it's down here. So you see so many geoms. So we are interested in this one. So geom point. All right. So let's run it. So you see that in the quadrant on the right bottom here, I'm looking at the packaging. So if you want to see the plot, just click on the plot like this. Okay, you see the plots here. Okay, so let's give it much more. So this is, so you can see the data plot between the monthly charges and then the total charges. Okay, so you see that after one increase, the other also increases. Okay, it looks a bit cluttered. Okay, so if we want more information from this, we could color it by the payment method. All right, so let's color this by the payment method. So let's copy this whole thing again. So let's make this TC1, okay? So that it's differentiated from the first one that we did. All right. So within this, we can, within this GG plot, the charges, okay, we can give a further argument as to the colors. So colors is equal to payment method. So let's run this. So let's call TC1. Oh, okay. Please, I think there's no need to do the TC1. Sorry. The TC1 was just to rename the how do you call it? The data, the clean data that have been factorized. So just use this. So there's no need to use it. Just delete this. Okay. So go back here and then run this again, just in case you run it, it will change. Okay. So come back here. Now we are just creating a scatter plot and coloring by payment method. All right. So here we just have this. Let's delete this. So let's run this. So here we've added a color argument, and then we've specified that I should use the payment method. Okay. So let's run this. This is color. So this looks a bit nicer than the first one. Okay, so we're giving up the data point for each payment method. Okay, and it's also giving us the legend of each of the payment method. Are you all getting the same thing? Your color cannot have. So see the color is equal to payment. Yes. You are happy. So we have the GG plot, or the one that brings the colors in this one, from one line 174. So we created a GG plot on the GC data, and then we specify the incentives that the monthly charges should be X, and then the Y should be total charges. Okay, and then we specify should color account. And then we want to use a scatter plot, so we use a geo plot. Okay. All right. Now, this geo point, there are so many things we can do with this. At the moment, the geo point is empty. Okay. Depending upon what you are doing, you could give the level of transparency from opaque to very transparent. Okay, so we have like an alpha. So when you specify the alpha, it will give you that level of transparency. So let's try it. So I just want to just copy this. Okay. Let me make a comment using alpha. To determine, so using alpha for transparency. Okay, so the first one, the alpha was, the geo point was empty. Okay, so there's a lot of argument it takes. So one of them is the alpha. So we can determine the alpha and say that alpha is equal to 0.9. So 0.9 means that it's very opaque. Okay. Emmanuel, just a minute.
Okay.
Emmanuel, you have blocked my run. Okay, so I'll just use control. So let it run again. So whenever you see this red stuff on, it means that it hasn't finished. So leave it for it to run. Okay. When it goes, then whatever you want, run will come. System is a bit slow now. Okay. Is yours running? Mine is taking a bit longer. That's right. Okay.
Yes,
So
it has
change
run.
the alpha value to 0.1 and see the difference. So when it changes to 0.1, it becomes very transparent. So you can, depending upon the visualization that you want to do, you can choose what you want. You can choose up to 0.5 and so forth. Yes, Emmanuel, were you asking a question?
Yes, Nana, please, I want to find out. I tried using the view to enlarge the scatter plot, but it didn't go through. So I don't know whether there is a different means we can use to view the scatter plot. If you want a larger view.
You can't use the view, just use the zoom. You have the zoom here. You can use the zoom and
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I don't know why it's taking a while. Okay, so let's look at other visualizations. Let's create a bar plot. Okay. So we've looked at the scatter plot.
Nana, please, a question.
Yes.
The alpha, what's the highest and the lowest?
You say the alpha,
Value
what
for
does it mean?
alpha.
The alpha gives you the level of transparency. So it ranges from 0.1 to 1. So 1 is very opaque. It's opaque. Okay, so based upon the level of how do you call it? So opaqueness you want to use. All right. The nearer it is to 1, the more opaque it is. All right. So if you have points of, let's say 0.8, 0.9, it's very opaque. But if you reduce it to, let's say 0.1, it becomes very transparent. So depending on what you do, the alpha. Is that okay? I'm wondering why my system is slow. Okay. I wonder why my system. Let me turn off. Okay, we are using the Zoom. So I wanted to turn off. I don't know whether something is downloading like this. My system is very slow. You say? Yeah, normally it happens when I'm on the internet. Okay, so this is about that. Yes. So the name we are assigned for the plot. That's easy. Yeah. No, we use the cheat sheet. Is it not there? It's the first one. 1 and 4. This one, we are going to give it a name. We can give it to the name that we want. But give it a name, and then let's say. Some of the things I just want to run it. I don't want to give it names because I will not need it anywhere. So let's say scatter plot, SP, okay? When you do it, you're giving it a name. So when you run it and then you call SP, then the graph will show. Yes, so whenever, yes, these are the things we started when, so the TP, the data is part of the TP plot. Okay, so these are, so I feel that the TP plot has three elements. Has the data, is there, and the geometry. Okay, so everything that we need was we need a TP plot data. But you can make the whole thing SP. All right, so whenever you call SP, you just want to know. Okay. Let me check my plots. I don't know why. Okay, it does not come. Finally. All right, okay. So let's see some other plots. Let's create a bar plot quickly. So bar plots. Okay. So here we can, it's the same thing. So ggplot is very easy. So far as you know that whenever you are ggplotting, you need what? Your data, your aesthetics, and then the geometry, that's all. Okay, so a bar plot, we use, so ggplot. So actually we can just copy this, yeah? We can just copy this. So ggplot, we are taking it from TC. All right. This time round, we want payment method. Payment method. So every plot and the type of argument it takes. So a bar plot will normally give you counts of your categorical variable. All right. Okay. So payment method. Remember that we have different types of payment method. So with this, there is no, how do you call it? It takes only one argument. Okay. It takes only one argument. So it's payment method. All right. So because it will give you the count. All right. And then this payment method, we want to fill it so that it will give us colors according to the payment method. Okay. Fill is equal to payment method. So this time around, we are not using color. Okay. Plus, oh no, plus the geom. So this geom that we're talking about now is the geom bar. Okay, so that will give us a bar plot. I will send you a cheat sheet for the ggplot so that you can have a look at it and use it to plot various stuff. Okay? So let's run this. Okay, so you see that it's giving us the count for electronic check, mail check, bank transfer, and then credit card. But you see the test on the x-axis, they are a bit cluttered, are they not? Okay, so we can turn it a bit so that it becomes readable, right? So let's adjust the code a bit, okay? We turn the x-axis, okay? So adjust code. To slant the tests on x-axis. Okay, so let's copy this whole stuff. So the beauty about ggplot is that you add information in layers. You add information in layers. So the first one that we've done, we can add more to it. Okay. So let's add, just bring a plus sign. Okay. And then we add more to it. So here there's a function called theme. It deals with the tests. So what we want to do is that we want to look at the test on the x-axis, okay, and then slant it. So axis dot test dot x, because sometimes it could be y, but here we are interested in the x, okay. So we want to adjust the element test, okay. So element test. Okay, then let's specify the angle. So the angle is 60 degrees. Okay, and then we need a horizontal when you justify. Okay, so this one we put it at the center a bit. Okay, so let's run this. Is yours working? Mine is very slow.
Yes, Nana, but I
Okay,
have
so
a link.
has it adjusted? Can you see the test? Okay.
Yes, it has adjusted, but it entered a bit into the bar.
It goes into the bar. Okay.
Yes.
Then you can, why don't you change the angle and make it 90? I don't know. Okay,
Oh.
the one with the automatic, isn't it? It's quite long.
Yes.
Okay. Then probably make the adjustment, make it like 50, and let's see. In fact, my machine is getting very slow. I'm getting concerned. Machine is very slow. Please, you all have
No.
what?
My own the x-axis title, the payment method, that's the one that
Okay, this one. That's a justifier. So when you make it zero, so it's the position of the justifier. Okay, so when you make it zero, it becomes most better. When it is. So I think it's right. Justifier. When you make it 0, it comes to the left. Okay. So that's the justify. 1 and 0. We also have the V justifier. 0 will bring it to the bottom, and 1 will take it to the top. So you can play around.
Okay, Nana, please.
Yes.
My charts don't have the colors.
It doesn't have colors.
Yes.
Did you use the fill argument? Fill is equal to payment.
Yes, I did.
So if you use it, you have colors. If you use it, you have
I
colors.
did. The first one, the one we did without the adjustment of the theme, that one too didn't give me colors. It gave me.
To add the fill to it. Please let me differentiate between the fill and then the colors. Remember when we were doing the scatter plot, we use colors, and they give us various colors for the point. And then this time around, we're going to do colors. Okay, so there's a slight difference between them. The colors will give you the color at the outline of the object. Okay, while the fill will give you color inside the object. So here, if you are color, the whole thing will be green, and just the borders of it will be the colors. But that's not what we want. We want the inside to be colors. So based upon what you are doing, sometimes you need to use color, sometimes you need to use fill. So you need to know when.
Yeah. So Nana, I use the fill, but still, or maybe something is wrong.
Okay. Then share your screen, let's see. Share your screen, let's see. So we have a good problem, and then the data is ethics. Payment method, fill, run to tell, let's say.
Please, you said?
Run.
The end of line 210. Payment method has brackets, 2 brackets at the end. No, the second payment method before the
The
plus.
second payment method, the fill. Put it in inverted commas.
Oh, okay.
A bracket. There's a bracket there, another bracket.
Okay, sorry.
There's a bracket there, not inverted commas.
Remove inverted commas. Remember that the brackets are open.
The brackets are 2 at the end.
That will fit. Remember that the first line is the geometry. So add to close it. Yeah, so run it again. That's not happening.
Yeah, there is an error now.
Between the brackets. Yes. After you set it, they set it right into the bracket. After this,
Here?
yes. So don't close the bracket. So remove after, so it set remove the bracket.
And now your voice is a bit faint, please.
Okay, you are on line 210. After the payment method, I think we remove the bracket.
After the payment method, should I remove the bracket?
Yes, remove the bracket. Because we are not done yet. And now you run it. So you let it run this way, then it goes back to correct. So please run it.
Oh.
Did you see? If you remove the bracket, the last one should be double. Yes. So add another. Yes, another. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Hello, Nana.
Okay, so let's go on straight to create a box plot.
Hello, please, I have a question. I have a problem with my chart too. When I do the slant, it's not changing the X axis, but it's rather changing the payment method, the X name, the name is rather changing the.
You're not asking a question, just mute yourself, okay?
I'm asking a question, Nana, please.
You're asking a question, then we can't hear you.
Yes, I'm saying that with the X axis,
Yes.
mine is not slanting. It's the payment method, the name that is rather slanted. The titles are not slanted. The X axis names.
Because you use they are slanted because you use 50 degrees to do it.
Yes, when I do it, it's either the count and then the payment method, the chart,
I don't understand what you're saying.
the whole chart. You see, it is count against payment method.
The payment method. Remember that the payment method is broken down into various categories.
Yes, my payment method is rather slanted, not the categories.
It's not slanted.
The payments.
So how is it done?
Let me share my screen so that you see what I'm
Okay,
talking
so
about.
please, we need to hurry up and cover more ground. Okay, we are really behind time. Okay, so this is what you have. All right. So okay, so let's see your code.
You see the payment method, right?
Come down a bit. Scroll down a bit.
Yeah, this is the last place.
Go down a bit. Okay. Okay, so you have the GG plot and everything.
Okay, Nana. He has axis.title instead of axis.test.
Oh, okay.
So axis dot test. So there's no place where I gave you axis dot title. So check it.
Thank you.
Online 208.
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's look at box plots. We look at something else, and then we next time we'll have a look at other visualizations. Yeah. So you want payments?
Nana, please, your screen is off.
Just somebody asked me a question. Yes. No. See, with that, when it's a bar plot, okay, it gives you a count. But when you want to do calculations, okay, then you need to use the start identity. That one will come in the form of a stacked bar chart. Okay, so we'll do that later. Okay, normally with bar plots, it gives you counts. Okay, but if you want to compare it with other stuff where numbers, you want to do some calculations, then it will come in the form of stacked bar chart. Okay, so we'll do that later. All right. Okay. So when we have the opportunity, we'll have other charts. Okay. So let's do a box plot. So sometimes you have different categorical data and you want to compare them. Okay, let's take, for example, contracts. Remember, we have 1 year contract, 2 year contracts, and stuff like that. Okay, so we can actually compare the range, okay, based upon the type of contract. And the box plot can easily visualize that for us. Okay, so let's do that. So here, we ggplot our TC data, okay, aesthetics. So we are going to look at just contracts, all right? And then our Y, total charges. And then our geom is geom box plot. So geom box plot. So let's run this. Okay. So we have the box plot for month-to-month contract, 1 year contract, 2 year contract. Okay. So we have a highlighter here. We don't. Okay. So a typical box plot, we have from, I don't know how to, okay, you can see it with my cursor, yeah? Okay. So from here to here is what we call the upper whisker. All right, upper whisker. That is from 75% and above, okay, to the maximum, okay, is the upper whisker. All right. Now, this one that you see here, the line that goes across here is the median of the data. So that is where the middlemost part of the data is located. Okay, and then the one down here downwards is the lower whisker. So from here.
Nana, please, are you pointing to something?
Yes, I'm pointing to something, but unfortunately, I don't know whether you can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor? The arrow, can you see it? I don't know if you can. Okay, so you see the big box. You see the box. The line that goes through the box is the median point of the data. So that's where the median of the data is located. All right. Now, the lower part of the box, okay, the lower part of the box to the arrow, to the line going down is where we have the lower whisker. So that is 25% of the data is there. Up to 25% of the data is there. So that's where you have the lower quartile. Okay, and then the 50th quartile or the median is where you have the line going through. Then at the top of the box, okay, from the top of the box like this here to this side the maximum point, is where we have the upper Oscar. That is from 75%, the third quartile upwards. Okay, it's where we have the upper Oscar. Now, if you see, you can see some lines here. So these lines are more than, you see the first month-to-month contract. You see some data points after the straight line. So these are what we call outliers. So in your data, when there are outliers, you decide what to do with it. Do you remove it or you replace it with a mean? It depends upon the data you are handling and what you want to communicate to your audience. Sometimes when you remove the outlier, it might affect your mean. All right, it's just like dealing with missing values whereby we removed everything and then I told you to be cautious. Okay, so it depends upon. So here you either replace it with a mean or something. Okay, so but it gives you an idea as to what are the outliers in your data set. So when a box plot will give you a typical way of showing you where your outliers are. All right. Okay. All right. So within the box, it gives us the interquartile range. It gives us the variability of your data, how they are spread. So you see that the month-to-month contract is much more compact than the 1 year contract, but the 2 year contract is spread much more. Okay, so you see that it's spread. That is why you have the median at the exactly like 50% of it. But with the month-to-month contract, you see that the median is lower. Okay, so majority of the data are so yeah. All right, so we can make this a bit fanciful. Okay, we can fill this with color according to the type of contract, so that visually it becomes very attractive. Okay, so let's do that. Let's fill this with. So let's adjust the code a bit and then add the fill. Now, if you realize, you will see that here, when I was doing the aesthetics, I didn't bring X is equal to contract and Y is equal to total charges. Okay, so Y understands that though the aesthetics are there, Y understands that the first value is the X, and then the second value is the Y. So it's not every time that you should really specify. Okay, the first time was for you to understand it. So from now on, you can either bring the S and Y, or you can decide not to bring it. But you should understand that the first value is your X. Just like normal coordinates, X and Y are. Okay, all right. So let's adjust this code a bit and then add the fill. So let's fill it. Let's fill it by contract. And then let's run it again. Are you getting your output? Mine is a bit slow, so good. Right.
Yes.
Are you all getting it? Good, good, good. Okay, so quickly, let's do something on regression, how some of the data depends upon some, okay? The mathematical basis for this, we will do it in our next block, okay? I see some people laughing. Please, data science statistics, computer science, engineering stuff. So please, you need to get your hands dirty. All right? Okay. Don't worry, we'll all get there. We'll all get there. All right. Mine is taking, so whilst we are still waiting, let's see regression, how we can plot regression using ggplot. Okay. Okay. So let's see how monthly charges, and then we did a scatter plot, didn't we? Of monthly charges and then the total charges. Okay. So let's see how they are related in terms of regression. Okay. So we ggplot TC, that's our data, aesthetics. So aesthetics, we have monthly charges, that is our X. Monthly charges, our X. Okay. And then we have total charges, our Y. Total charges, our Y. Okay. Then we add another layer. It's just like the scatter plot. But here we want to do the scatter plot, and out of the scatter plot, we get the regression. Okay. So geom point, yeah. Geom point is one layer. Okay, so this one will create a typical scatter plot. Then let's add another layer to it. That will give us the regression line. Okay, so we add another geom. Okay, this one is called geom smooth. Okay, let's run this. My stuff is really, really slow. My stuff is really slow. I don't know. Are you getting it? Has your regression run? Okay. Unfortunately, my stuff. Okay. So it's giving us the monthly charges. So give us the scatter plot. All right. And then you can see the regression line, blue line there. Okay. All right. Now, if we want to see it according to different colors, we can adjust this a bit. Okay. So we have the Y, we have the X. Okay. We can adjust this and then add the color. And then the color should be by payment method. Let's run this again. Okay. See us run. As it run. So you have, okay. So you see different colors for all the various types of payment method. All right. Okay. Now there's one powerful feature of the GG plot called the facet wrap. So the facet wrap can actually give us, sorry, there's another powerful feature of the GG plot called the facet wrap. So the facet wrap can actually give us a breakdown of the regression or of our visualization based upon the parameters that we give to it. So that it will give it to us according to the level of categories that we have. Okay, so per the regression that we have here, let's say we want to visualize it according to payment method and gender. All right, so let's see how the facet wrap works. I'll have the camera. My thing is a bit slow, so when yours works, I'll come and have it. So remember that this whole thing, for instance, that we have here, we can just represent it by A. Okay, so when we run this, wherever we call A, it means this whole regression. Please do understand. And remember that with GG plot, we add layers upon layers. So which means we can just take A, for instance, and then add another layer to it, because the A represents all the data that we have from 204 to 27. That makes sense. Okay. So let's create a facet wrap. So here we want to do it according to payment method. Okay. Okay. So what you do is that we take A, all right, and then we add another layer to it. Okay. So we facet wrap this. We facet wrap this. Okay. And then you use the tilde. Okay, you see this sign, tilde, like that. Okay. Payment method. Okay, so when you run it, it should give us the visualizations based upon the payment method. Okay. The mine is still running. As yours run, okay, you see the difference. All right, so this one gives you according to the payment method. You can even add gender to it. Add gender. So when you come to payment method, add gender plus gender. So you see the kind of insights that this can actually give to you. So you see that the first one. So you see that we have the regression for all the payment methods. Is it making sense? We have a regression for all the payment methods. We can even add gender, so it segregates it even further. Okay, so let's add gender to this to this one and then run it. So which means that whatever categorical variable that you have, when you are running your regression, you can actually delve deeper into this according to the various categories. Okay, this one will be difficult to do with your normal Excel, stuff like that. All right. Okay, any question? Any question on the facet graph? Any question on the facet graph? Your facet graph is not coming. Okay, I'll come and have it. Even the first one didn't come. Did you use the tilde? I'll come and have it. Right. So you can add gender to create it, and it will be okay. Accra, are we okay? So you see that here we have male, female for electronic check with their regression line. We have that for male, female for bank transfer and stuff like that. Okay, so based upon what you have, you can do a facet graph and then segregate it further, get deeper insight into it. Right. Okay. All right, so let's have some 5 minutes and then we finish it off. Okay. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Yes, after. Without no. Let's wrap it up. But just get something to break and then. If not, should I go ahead? Okay. So go quick. If you want to use the worksheet, just give it 5 minutes. Come, let's continue.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
Yes.
Okay, it's Richard here. I got lost at a point. Yes, please. My R was acting up, and at the point it said it wasn't finding ggplots, it wasn't finding PC, and I have to, close the R and then restart it. But when I restart it, I've realized that, sorry.
Restart.
Yes, I restarted it. After restarting it, I've realized that the items that are checked under the package have been unchecked automatically.
I don't seem to get you.
Let me share my screen.
Call the library. Call the library.
Sorry.
Call the library. When you restart it, make sure that you call the library.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Just a minute. I get a place to charge. Well, okay, let me see if I don't get any. Okay. All right. Okay, then please charge it. Create a pattern. Yeah, you can. And gender, yes. Okay. So once you've added gender, payment method and gender, let's add the gender. Okay. Yes. Oh, where is the microphone? Yeah. Yeah, so we use the I really forgot the reading. So you use the reading. Yeah, reading is used for everything.
Rana.
Or you can customize it. Who is the one charging my phone?
Rana.
I'll give it to gentleman. Oh, yeah, he's charging it. Okay. Yes, please, are you asking a question?
Yes,
Please,
please.
5 minutes is up. Come and let's.
They keep telling me you can't find my TC. The error, object TC not found.
You are getting errors.
Yes,
Are
please.
you getting errors?
Yes, object TC not found.
What exactly are you saying?
Let me share my screen.
Please share your screen. Share your screen, let's see. Okay, so did you, the TC, did you name it? When we changed the name, did you name it as well? I cannot find TC. So where you have the alpha, you have the Mytel, yes. So why is it saying that to run line 170 again? Have you run it?
Yes, please. They are now saying my tel F not found.
Okay, I think where you have kindly close your hour and come back. Okay. Close your hour and then. So save it before. Okay.
Okay, then there's this pop-up. Should the toolbox be checked like that?
Yes. So save it, just save it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Good.
Okay, so I've relaunched it now.
Okay, so we'll have a second look at it next time when we come to
Okay.
But for now, we want to move on to association learning. Okay. Association learning. So let's use the next. Yeah. So save your R and everything. Please, can somebody connect the camera? I think the internet went off. Who can help us? Answer. So are you taking the picture? Nice one. It's nice. Okay. Disconnected here. Oh, I'm not seeing anything here. Please, can you come and have a look at it? Okay, I have it now. Okay, I think my system is slow. All right, so we want to look at association group or association group mining, right? So when we finish with this, we identify what we call item sets from a transnational database, calculate support confidence and linkage, build association groups using the DPLYR algorithm, okay, and then set parameters for the minimum support, confidence, and then linkage threshold. Okay. So basically, one of the, remember that when we're looking at the technologies, we said that we have supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Okay, so one of those supervised learning methods is association group learning or association group mind, right? So this one, you don't have any target in mind. We have the data, we now want to go into the data to see if we can bring some insights from the data, unlike other ones whereby we have a target in mind and so what association group learning basically does is that it looks at associations within the data or relationships within the data, okay, and then tells you that this and this are related, this and that. Okay. I mean, so many of us, after you want to be online, another movie is recommended for you. Okay, so behind the scenes, the April, right? So as a data scientist, should be able to check. Okay, when they click on this, after that, they click on that. Okay, so the association groups can give you various groups and tell you how the items are. And actually help you have so that people can get information. It can help you to decide how you do the layout for your shop. Okay, the people who buy also buy here. I don't know about that is what from your data market. When you look ready, you look here, have you seen so that people can get involved, want to plan a promotional you want to embark on a promotion, for instance, you can create a plan based on how this and then you target some specific. All right. Okay. So let's see how this is done. Okay, so this association group is also for affinity market basket analysis. Okay, so it's based on what you have in your database. So it will go into your database and then find out how your items are related. Okay, so a typical database, it will tell you where should you get them maybe you can stop, maximize their sales. Okay, so if detergents are bought with some other stuff, where do you do it? This one will give you an idea. So it's not about, so the layout of your shop can even be better. Okay, it's not about, oh, you think this here it be nice. Okay, so let's do this here and then no, and association combined. Just that. Okay. So it's so that to be effective with banana. Okay, there's a plan so that makes a difference. All this can be answered by your association. So the result of the market basket is a set of associations or relationships. Okay, so there are two patterns of relationships between items. So, for instance, a typical association could be that peanut butter, jelly, okay, leads to bread. So what this means is that everybody or all the people who peanut butter, jelly, also want bread. So peanut butter and jelly are in one item set. Okay, and then it leads to what? Bread. Okay, it leads to bread. Okay. So the procedure was identified on the peanut butter, jelly, and bread. So peanut butter and jelly leading bread is taken from a set that contains peanut butter, jelly, and bread. Makes sense that. Let's build on this. So when you are able to discover this relationship, they help you to develop new products or help you with your product promotions and stuff like that. Okay. So it uses a simple if-then root strategy. A simple if-then root strategy for data, okay, and it's based on probability. Okay, it's based on probability. Okay. Right. So like I said, this one helps you to do your conclusion and stuff like that. So let's see how the A-priori algorithm works. Okay, let's see how the A-priori algorithm works. So first of all, it generates all frequent item sets. It generates all frequent items. That is item sets, items that are frequently bought or paper. So if you look at one item set, let's say peanut butter. Okay, look at how many times this appeared in the peanut butter. And if you look at two item sets, how many times you select the peanut butter? If you look at two item sets, and if you look at three item sets, how many times they appear? And if you look at four items, it is focused on the item sets. It will be how many all right, but if you go into the data and then generate all the item sets, so you have one item set, two item sets, three item sets, and so on. Please, are you all the same with me? Are you okay? Okay. So once we generate the rules, the goal is to find the rules that indicate strong association. So if we generate the rules, we want to find out that how do they relate to each other. Okay, and the measures that we use are for support, confidence, and then lift ratios. Okay, support, confidence, and then lift ratio. So let's see how these things work. So the support is simply the number of transactions that include both the antecedent and then the consequent item set. Okay, so let's explain that. So you see that peanut butter, jelly, is bread. Okay, so the antecedent item set is what? Peanut butter, bread. They happened before. Okay, so when somebody buys peanut butter and jelly, it leads to bread. That is a concept. So in this case, the consequences of bread and the one that comes before is the peanut butter. So that incident is the peanut butter, and then the consequence Are you okay on that? Oh, yeah, all right. All right. So now, so the support is basically a percentage of the total amount of records in the database. So if you want to calculate the support, it's the number of times an item appears in proportion to the number of items in the database. So let's say you have 10 items in the database, and let's say Momo appears 4 times, then the support is 40%, because it appears 4 times. That makes sense. Okay, so that is how the support is calculated. So if we have A linking to B, that means that B follows A, where A and B are items. Okay, so for example, if you have milk down, it leaves what? Chocolate. So the antecedent is what? Milk and jam. The question is what? Chocolate. Okay. So the milk and jam is your A, is it not? And then your chocolate is the B, right? So support is a fraction of transaction A and B. That is the antecedent and then the question. Yes. Okay, so what happens is that how do I put this? The two are not the same. Milk, chocolate, bread is different from bread and chocolate. So your question is, how do we determine whether this one comes, people who want this also want that? We need the antecedent before the consequence, yeah. I think that's a great question. But for our example, let's assume, let's be so naive that when you buy chocolate, you pay, and then when you buy this one too, you pay. Let's assume that at the simplest, because I'm just trying to, we will look at a typical database, look at a live database, look at what people have bought. Okay. I don't know whether it is well, we'll pick a live, today we are just doing the theory. Next week we'll pick a live database and then do it, and then we can actually see how it works. But let's assume that we know that. Okay, so you pick, you pick trousers before you pick that. That's a so I was looking at just going to the shop. So let's assume that we find it online so we can know. Okay, that's a good one. Okay. So we know what the support is. So the number of times it appears divided by the number of times that item is in the data set. Okay. I want to find out something. Okay. So if something appears, let's say you have 10 items in your database, and then your let's say home appears for and it's 40%. So as for support, it's not difficult to calculate. Okay, let's look at the confidence. So the confidence of A and B is the ratio of support of A and B. Okay, incident and consequence together. The support for A. Okay, so here it's looking at the conditional probability of B giving A. All right. So the first part, A intersection B, is the same as the support. Okay, so the support part the probability of A. Okay, that gives you the confidence. Okay, so it's the rate at which you think that the support will happen. So a high value for confidence suggests a strong association. So if you have the confidence in something is huge, then it gives you if it is so if you are calculating, you are choosing between two items and one has a higher confidence. You want to choose that one because that one is stronger. All right, that one is stronger. So let's see this particular database. We have various items in this 5 items. So the first item was bread. Somebody got bread item here. The third was milk item here and coke. The fourth person was bread, milk, diet. Fifth person was bread, milk, diet. So if you want to calculate the support, you want to look at, so we decided on two items, milk, diaper, and beer. Okay, so milk diaper is our antecedent. So milk diaper is our antecedent, and then beer is our question. Yes, please, are you following? Accra.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are following.
Yes, we are.
So if you want to calculate the support for A and B is the total of how many times A and B are here. Okay, over the total amount of transactions that we have in place. So if you are looking for the antecedent and the person, how many times does this three appear together? And then we define the number of items in the data set or in the database. So let's see, how many times do you see bread, milk, diaper, and beer appear? Twice. Okay, which transaction? The third transaction. The third and the fourth transaction. Okay, so which means that milk, diaper, and beer twice. All right. Therefore, the support will be what? 2/5. And that gives you a support from. Okay. So we are looking for the support. The support is the number of times that A and B are here. A is milk and diaper, and B is what? B and A. Okay, so the number of times these three are going together. We check from here, it appears twice. That is the third transaction and then the fourth transaction. Therefore, our support is 2/5. That's what I mean. And that gives you what? All right. Now let's move on to the confidence is your support. How do you say it? The support that is 0.4. is now the numerator. Please do follow. So whenever you are doing the confidence, your first the numerator is the support. Okay, so we start with the numerator. Then divided by the probability A. Okay, so what is A here? A is mel and what? Diver. So how many times does mel and diver appear in the data? 3. Okay, so therefore the support of so that one will be 3/5, isn't it? The probability will be 3/5. Therefore, the support the confidence the probability of A. The support is 2/5, and then the probability of A is 3/5. So that works out. So that's the antecedent of God and that these are the support of
Now, one no man million.
Okay. Any question? Any question on this? Any question on it? Are we okay with the support and confidence? So,
Yes, Nana.
now check male, gear, and diaper. Work it out and see if you get the same answer as I have. Work out the support for male, gear, and then diaper. So now it has changed. The antecedent is male and gear. Okay, and then the consequence is diaper. Please work it out. I have a very good reason for telling you to do. One of the cohorts were complaining that the examination was too easy, so they couldn't do it. It was too easy because it's people who practice in class that were able to pass. So if you don't practice, then it becomes difficult for you. But they were very, very easy. The only thing that we had done was to Are you getting the same support? Or is the concern I have that is wrong? Should I give you the formula? You have the formula ready. But here, remember that you are dealing with milk, beer, and diaper, not milk, diaper, and beer. You see, you got the same answer. Okay. How did you get your confidence? Okay, okay, take us to the support. Okay. 2 times, okay. 2/5, okay. Support, so the support of okay. Okay, so that's why we have 100% confidence. All right, okay. All right. So, since we now know how to calculate the support and the confidence, how does the DPLYR algorithm work? It works by when we set up the minimum support threshold and also the minimum confidence threshold. It works by this. Okay, so what it does is that if, let's say, we have set the support to 40%, and then we have set the confidence threshold to be, let's say, 60%. Okay, what it does is that if small subset of a frequent items that are also be frequent. In other words, if A and B is frequent, then A and B like one set. If they are frequent, then A alone and B alone should also be frequent. All right. So based on this, if we set a confidence, support a confidence threshold, and let's say A does not meet it, then any items that involves A, the A algorithm will ignore it because A is not frequent. So if A and B are frequent, okay, and then, okay, if we set the minimum, we have A, B, C, D, and stuff like that. If we set the minimum threshold, and then A does not meet the support threshold, for instance, okay, it will not be A and B. Neither will it be A and C because A is part of C. All right. So anything that is involved, it will not take it. Okay. So in other words, if A and B is frequent, then A and B both must be frequent. Recall by the definition that the support metric indicates how frequently an item that appears in the data set. Therefore, if we know that A does not meet a desired support metric, there is no reason to consider A and B. Okay. Or any item set containing A. So far, one of them has been told. I told you that when it starts, A algorithm starts with one item set, two item sets, three item sets, four item sets, until it can source four item sets. So if it determines that one item, the A does not meet the minimum support threshold. If it's two items that involves A, it will ignore it. If it's an item that involves A, it will ignore it. If it's four items that involves A, it will ignore it, and so forth. Then it will be left with all the items that meet the threshold by yourself. Okay, so what we will require our we will set it, and then it will generate the rules. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how the actual process does that. So first one, it identifies four items that meet the minimum threshold. So let's say we set threshold for support and then confidence. It will check for support first. All of them might need the support. Then it will come to what? Confidence. Okay. So identify four items that meet the minimum threshold. Creating rules for each item set that means the minimum confidence threshold. Okay. So each successive iteration involves evaluating the support of storing a set of previously large items. Okay, let's say iteration one, it does the first one. Okay, involves evaluating items of one item set, like I just explained. Then iteration two will evaluate two item sets. Iteration three will evaluate three item sets, and so forth. Now, when it does that, where it has not meet the minimum threshold, it will ignore all these rules, and then you'll be left with only rules that satisfy the criteria that you have set. All right. So we will see all of that. So the A prime principle can eliminate some of which before the next round. For example, if A and B and C are frequent in iteration one, while D is not frequent, then iteration two will consider only AB, AC, BC. It will ignore anything that relates to BD, AB, CD. Have you seen? Because B did not meet the threshold. All right, so it's about 8 items that you deleted from them. Supposing in iteration 2, A and B are frequent, but not A. Although iteration 3 will always begin by evaluating the support of A. This step will not need to occur at all because what AC does not support it. AC does not give the pressure. So when it comes there, so at all levels, we look at the minimum threshold for support the hospital. All right. So that's how the DPLYR algorithm works. Now the last measure is the lift ratio. The lift ratio. All right. So though we have support, they are good measures, but sometimes it can be deceptive. Okay, you can have a high confidence. Okay, but if you have a lift of, let's say, 1, when you have a lift of 1, it means that the items are independent, they are not related. When you have a lift that is more than 1, that means that they are correlated. If it is better than that. So you can have a high confidence, high support, but the lift is 1. That means there is no association. So you cannot say that when this happens, it just happens from support. All right. So the lift also gives you an added criteria, okay, of ensuring that there's a linkage between the items that you are using. So most of the time, you want to look at a lift that is more than 1. Then you can confidently say that this item set are what associated. Any question? So when you have a list of 1, that means that independent, they are not. Therefore, you cannot do your emotional bundle taking an item that has because they are independent. Once they don't buy it, there is no guarantee that they'll buy it. Okay. So how do we calculate the lift? The lift is just like the first one. Remember, just pay attention to the one in the straight line. Okay. So at the top of the support, isn't it? That's the intersection of A and B. That's the support. Divided by A. Remember, that was the confidence. You remember? So with the lift, we are just adding the probability of B. Does it make sense? Let me go back to the grid. With the confidence, remember it was the support over the probability of A, is it not? Okay, so here we are just adding, multiplying the denominator by. All right, then the whole thing will give us the lift. If it is more than 1, good. If it is less than 1, we are not interested in that. If it is 1, we are not interested. So let's do this item. Shirt tie, sock tie, trouser tie. So shirt means your tie. When somebody buys a shirt, they buy tie. When somebody buys socks, they buy shirt. When they buy trousers and tie, they buy belts. Let's look at the transactions. Transaction 1. Shirt, trousers, tie, belts. Okay. So if we are looking at shirt these 2. Okay, let's do the third one. Let's do the third one. That one we have 2 items and 1 item. Okay, so let's consider the trousers or some trousers and pants in the US. Right. So we have 5 transactions. What is the support for the trouser type and somebody? What is the support for trouser type? What is it? What is it? 0. 0.1. 0.4. Why? Explain. 0.4. Why? 2/5. Why? Is it true? Is it true that what is the support? 0.4. Okay, is it true? So explain. Transaction 1, let's say transaction 1. Trousers, tie, and belt. Okay, fine. And then transaction 4. Trousers, tie, and belt. That's happening. Okay, so here it is. Okay. What about the confidence? What about the confidence? Don't work it, you can't see it. 0.6. Oh, that's good. 0.6. Okay. Then what about the lift? Okay, so where we have the trousers, tie, and belt, the support of 2/4. Okay, and then the confidence 2/3, and then the lift. So the lift is the support over 3/5 times the probability of B. So the probability of B is belt. So let's start with that. Transaction 1, transaction 2 appears. Transaction 3 appears. Transaction 4 appears. Doesn't appear in transaction 5. So 3/5. Okay? So 2/5 divided by 2/5 times 3/5. Right? That gives us a lift of 1.11. Let's see socks and shirts. So the confidence for socks and shirt is not in transaction 1, it's not in transaction 2, it's in transaction 3, isn't it? Socks and shirt. What about transaction 4? It's not there, it's not in transaction 5. Therefore, the support is 1/5. Okay, that gives us 20. Let's look at the confidence. So the confidence is your support, our support of 0.1/5 divided by the probability of A. So the probability of A is stop. Is that not it? Is that not it? So how many times are it doesn't appear in transaction 1, doesn't appear in it appears in transaction 3. And that's it. Okay? So it's 1/5 times 2/5. Okay, so that gives us 1 point. The left gives us 1.6. Okay. All right. So we have the support, have the confidence, have the left. If you are the marketing manager or you have to advise the marketing manager as a data scientist, you want to do a promotion for your shop, which and you want to do it in bundles. Okay, so you can either do shirt and tie promotion, you can do sock and shirt promotion, or you can do trouser tie belt promotion. Which one will you do? And why? It's not just about calculating it, you need to know the reason behind it. So you are the freshest data scientist in town. You put all this data from the database down your association rule learning. Now give us a data driven decision. What would you suggest? Anybody? Yes. You go for 2. Okay, why? %. But it appears only 20% of the time. Accra, you want to ask a question? Which one will you promote based upon what we have?
The first one.
The first one. The first one is a no. Your lift is 1. They are independent. They are independent. When your lift is 1, that means that the items are independent. They are not related. So as for 1 is out. Socks and tie. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so what else? So somebody has suggested that we do socks and shirt. Okay. Who else? Okay, we have 2 choices. So if it's not one, you have precious data please. You have to say something. Okay, 1 lady and 1 man. Okay. Let's hear from the ladies. Some people don't want to have eye contact with me. Oh, it doesn't matter if it can't be wrong. It's just your suggestion. What do you think? Give us the reason now. I'm interested in the reason why you think a particular one. So somebody says shirt and tie. What about trousers, tie, and belt? Can't you make an argument? You say the belt. Oh, as for the number of times that appeared, we go. So we do the support. Now we are basing our position on the support, confidence, and legitimacy. So based upon this, will you recommend the 3rd one to your boss? See, here there's all the answers might be correct, but you just have to argue your way out, yes. Okay, why? So you're going for the number 3, okay. The support is 40%, which is higher. It is so strong. No, this one intuition is not coming in. You want data-driven decisions. But you started well. Okay. Okay, yes. Because they are making. Okay, so the lift is still more than one, which is 5 strong. Though we don't have 100% confidence, 7 is not that bad. And then we have a higher support. Okay, okay. So both of them, socks, shirt, band, tie, and belt, they are all correct. But what I'm saying is that you need to be able to argue. Okay, based as a data scientist, what would you do? Yes. Question. Okay. Okay. So first of all, see, with item 2, we have 100% confidence that this one will happen. Okay. But the number of times this item appears is going to be. So that is 80% of the time it will happen. Okay, and then it has a list of 1.2 very strongly correlated. Okay, so I mean, when somebody buys socks, they will buy. They are not saying it's wrong. It's not wrong. Okay. You also have another option where the limit is greater than 1. It's still strong. Okay. The confidence is still high. And then the probability of the item appearing is higher, 40%. So it depends on you. Like it's the way you argue. It's the way you argue that will give you the mark. Yes. Yes, stop, and then back up. Who are the option 2? Okay. But the issue is that if the data how would you say? So you see that the support is also important. Okay, so it depends on the way you act. But the main thing is that there needs to be more than 1. Okay, let's say everything was equal on all sides, but it's 1.3 from the technical. For everything is equal. Because the other part, but here, this one is performing here. So both will be right. So in the exam, for instance, if whatever you choose, like whether so finally, the more distinct the rules are, the better. The more distinct the rules are, you be able to play more inside. You see the example that I used. I just use peanut butter, jelly, and milk. But let's say we are all distinct and we say that butter bread, sugar bread, cocoa bread, whatever bread. Okay, then we get one effect. So the more general your data set is described, the less insights you will get. Okay, so as much as possible, giving more distinct categorizations, and then you'll be able to get more insight into the data as to whether actually the sugar bread that goes with bread instead of butter bread. But when we just use bread, then it's big. So the more the state they use, the better. So next week we will continue. We'll take a live data set and then report it into our house and then apply the DPLYR algorithm to it. We'll see the rules. And then for now, we know how to put the link, support, and then the confidence number, but how to do it for us. So you have to be able to do what interpret the values. So how we are going to calculate them how to do it. Instantly. So the antecedent. What do you call it? Antecedent and then the list. We want a list that is important. So next week, next week you okay, Accra, any question? Accra, any question?
See, I didn't get you when you said when it's greater than 1. Which one are we supposed to go for?
So yes, so I said that when the list is greater than 1, that means that there is strong association between the item sets. Okay. So every time we want the list that is more. Okay.
Okay. But what happens in this case? We had 2 of them that were greater than 1. So which one do we go for?
So in this case, it depends upon the way we argue because all of them are correct.
Okay.
Remember the one with the highest list, our highest list has the lowest support, 20%.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
While the other one, the list was more than 1, it had a support of 40%.
Okay.
So all that I was saying is that it depends upon the way you argue, but both of them are correct.
Oh, okay. So could you also argue depending on the confidence?
Yes, we say the confidence, yes. One, the confidence and the the other one, yeah, both confidence. But the confidence was not bad. Okay, considering that you have
Okay. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So see you in Accra next week.
All right.
Please, can you bring me the phone? Transfer. Thank you very much. Good and long day.